So now you've decided to join real estate, but hey, before you celebrate, there are some few do's and don'ts that I need to remind you about. For you to have a long-lasting career in real estate, these are very critical for you to remember. Welcome to my channel. You are watching Matters Real Estate with Festus Mutia. So now you've consulted your friends and you have decided to start real estate. I want to remind you that number one, you need to remember that it is your duty to the clients, duty to the sellers, and duty to the buyers to give a full disclosure of the information about a property. For example, let's say a property has an issue and you are trying to sell it. Make sure you mention the issue. It might be ownership thing, it might be something to do with the maintenance, the quality and all that. Make sure you mention that to the buyer or even the seller, because trust me, later on when those issues come up and the buyers realize probably you knew about it, it becomes an issue, and also it becomes a trust issue. And also, there's this thing about us real estate people that we normally say, this property, this seller is not paying commission, so this property I'm not showing to anyone. But for matters of ethics, I think it's worthy telling your client that, okay, there's this other property that is good, I'm not getting commission from it, but you can still consider it and we can talk. Because such kind of a client will hold you with the highest esteem, knowing that you are not only after money, but also to serve them better. And these are the things that really differentiate real estate agent from the other. Because, I mean, real estate is an industry where you mention, some people think of, that person who called me and all that kind of a thing. But trust me, they are still the professional ones who are guided by ethics. And then the other thing that I want to also talk about is good communication and negotiation skills. You realize that as a person in real estate, you have two parties. There's a buyer here, there's a seller there. There's a property owner here, there's a tenant. And for the transaction to occur, for sure, there has to be an agreement. Or rather, there have to be a negotiation. And you as an agent, you need to possess a good communication skills so that you can bring the two opposing parties together and close the deal. Because remember, at the end of the day, you're trying as much as you can to close the deal. These communication skills and negotiation skills are some of the things that are not learned in school. So this is something that you learn with time as you do business, as you interact with people. So basically, it doesn't mean that you need to be perfect before you start, but it's a learning experience. You need to keep learning every day, know how to communicate better, how to negotiate for better deals for your clients better, and all that. And number three, for you to be really a successful realtor, you need to develop a niche and know it very well. You realize this thing about having an agent who is doing, he has a property on this end of town, another one on that end, another one in the CBD, and you find at the end of the day, they don't really master a particular area. And I think if you don't be a jack of all trades and all areas, focus on one area. For example, take for example Nairobi. You can say, okay, for me I'm doing Kileleshwa, Kilimani and Lavington, and that's it. And you master it so well such that you know it inside out. When someone asks about a property on that corner, you know about it. A plot that is being sold on the other side, you know about it. Because the problem with us real estate people is that we want to do business everywhere. I'm in Thika, I'm in town, I'm in Mlolongo, I'm in Kajiado plots, Naivasha. So you find at the end of the day, you've not really mastered any area. You can't say, I think I know this area very well. I know which property is on the market, how much it's going for, what size it is, and all that. And also you realize that once you choose a particular niche, it's easy for you to get an in-depth knowledge about it in that particular field. And that helps you even in your confidence as you deal with any clients. Because there's nothing good as knowing your area so well, such that you are waiting for any question. If your client asks you about this, you know it, about that one, you know it. So it gives you that kind of confidence, and you kind of you end up, at the end of the day, you end up closing more deals when you have a lot of information. So this is part 1 of how to be a successful realtor. So part 2 is coming. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let's see part 2 what it has to offer. I mean, let's keep educating each other.